a piece of news, wacky news that I had for the next chapter, and I've never said it. So I'm going to say it now. 2/3 of Americans would prefer a 4-day work week. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody is working. All right. But they want a longer weekend. Now, a new survey, now this is before, says that most Americans would prefer a 4-day work week with longer hours rather than the traditional 5-day work week. Well, now we have people that have an all week, a 0-day work week because of the C thing.
Oh yeah, the C thing. I get you. Yeah, right. I see. I have an 8-day work week, so you know.
Oh, 8-day. Well, yeah, I have 7.5.
Oh, really? You do get a half day?
Yeah. It's weird like that. It is weird like that. Well, and I'll have anyway.
Well, Joe gave us the Dow Jones here.
So it's 22. See, now imagine in 1998 it hit 9,000. Everybody's like, "Woohoo! This is great!" And right now Dow is at 22,074.29. And so they say, "Oh, this is terrible! Wow, what a change! What a change! A few years past, what a change." But back to the workday. Here's one of the problems too. I was listening to Alex Jones, and he was talking about so many Americans now are like, "Ooh, I love this vacation." What they don't understand, I think that the Americans, those are probably millennials. Oh, I know I'm bashing millennials, but they're going to be the generation that still wants something for nothing. Let's be real. Let's be real. And guess what, guys? That's what you're taught in the school and in colleges now, is that you deserve everything. And why should you have to do anything? Because everybody should just give it to you. And so we have people out there that are loving this, and they don't realize that mom and pop businesses are being destroyed, and we need the time when we go back. It is time. I sort of agree with Alex Jones. It's time that we rise up and not just give our rights away, and we stand up for what we should be doing. So this idea that everybody wants a 4-day work weekend or a 4-day work week, I understand that. I would love, there have been moments during this that I'd said, I would just love a few days off so I could work on other stuff, or even sit and chill. I can't imagine that. I would love to sit and chill for a moment, but then I would work because I would feel like, why I'm wasting time. Because that's just the way I am. But my job, by the way, I haven't, like I said at the beginning, my work week hasn't changed. I'm still working the same as I was before, not more. So anyway.
Have you got a raise lately?
I got a raise to 0.00.
That's just not true, Sandy. You know better than that. Though, see, I'm not getting it because, first of all, sounds to me like you're talking about socialism. You know, I mean, are they? Because the millennials like socialism.
They do,
and that's and so now Trump giving the so much dollars per person and kids and all this kind of stuff. And my millennial daughter called the other day with the amount of money they figured out that Trump is going to, send them, their family and everything. And she was real happy about that. And I'm real happy for her. But, it's kind of like they think that should, and that's really what you're talking about. They think that should all just be taken care of. But when you're talking about a work week anyway, doesn't it really, it doesn't so much anymore like it did 50 years ago. There was standards that the different companies and businesses and everybody kind of worked by, because those were how the country was run. These days, it is only open to whatever the business needs to do. Look at your retail stores that are open 7 days a week now. 50 years ago, they were not open 7 days a week. And so people, work hours based on when the retail was open. Your manufacturing companies were only open 5 days a week, basically. And so they worked based on that. And machinery and the way, just so many different jobs that there are, so many different companies and businesses that employ people, it's all over the map on how people are open or working or whatever. So there's really no standard whenever they say, oh, I'd really rather have a 4-day work week rather than a 5-day work week. That's not even a public issue as far as I'm concerned. It's more each individual business that employs somebody's issue. Can they work the people only 4 days a week and what is that, 10 hours a day, and give them the weekend off? It really boils down to more of that than just to socially say, hey, we'd like to have a 4-day work week rather than a 5 now. See, that's the way I see it.
Well, but my question is, will we ever return to something like that? Because you hear now, I mean, if you hear the powers that are trying to control this, their goal is to leave you like this for 18 months. What's going to be left of an economy and businesses in 18 months? How are people going to pay their mortgages, their rent? How are they going to pay their bills? And then they're doing things like banning seeds. Well, I agree with my husband who says every business is essential and every business should be operating. If you got, what's going to happen is mom and pop stores are going to go by the wayside, and what you have are the big government controlled businesses, those that are allowed right now to stay open. And so everything is funneled there. So they have complete control of society. So you get to the point where, okay, and it's pure socialism, communism. Socialism is the economic way communism works. But everybody has to receive a check, or all money's funneled into the government, and then they give you back whatever so you can live and eat. John, when we went to Walmart yesterday, it was funny because John has grown up he has spent a large amount of time when he was younger and even when he as an adult in other countries. And he said, when we went to the store at Walmart, it reminded him of when he was in Norway. He had this culture shock when they first arrived and started living there, because there's not selections in the stores. There's a few things there, and it reminded him of that. And so, this celebrated vacation, forced vacation that some desire is actually, they're lulling you into your sleep, folks, you kids, the people who think that's the way it should be. And man, I want some more time off, because society probably will never be the same. I wish it would be. I mean, not the same, but anyway, so it's a paradox, I guess.
Oh, it's interesting what Clint said, which is, it's real true. Yah commands 6 work days and Shabbat. It's called a week and it's unique. Yah trained Israel in this rhythm for 7 weeks after Passover, and then he gave them the law. Well,
I love that. What you said, trained Israel in this rhythm for 7 weeks.
I like it. That's very good.
I need to copy that and use that in a message one of these days. Thank you, Clint. That's great.
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hugie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.